Assalamu alaikum, soldier.
Walaikum salam.
Yes, sir.
Dear brother.
Yes, sir. So I want to start this off first and foremost by saying all praise is due to Allah.
Certainly.
Allahu Akbar. Allah's the greatest. Allah's the coldest. He's the best, the beneficent, the most merciful.
Master of the day of judgment,
Yes, sir.
in which we now live.
Yes, sir. And I experienced that this week, for real. And I brought all praise is due to Allah to a practical and operational reality this week, and I needed it to get through the week. And it keeps me pushing, bro.
Beautiful.
It keeps me pushing.
Yes, sir.
So in that vein, I'm going to open us up in the name of Allah.
Mm-hmm.
In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the most merciful. All praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the beneficent, the most merciful, and master of the day of judgment. Thee alone do we serve. Thee alone do we beseech for divine aid. Guide us on the right path, the path upon whom thou hast bestowed favors, not upon whom thy wrath has been brought down, nor upon those who go astray. Amin.
Amin.
It feels really good to say that, man. All praise is due to Allah, and it's my. And I really took everything we took in the last episode to heart, and I applied it.
Oh, man.
And so I started my day with my morning affirmations of all praise is due to Allah.
Yeah.
All praise is due to Allah.
That's how you do
All
it.
praise is due to Allah. All praise is due to Allah.
Can't say it enough.
You can't.
Can't say it
You
enough.
can't say it enough, and it feels good to say it. It gets you out of your own ego, and it just reminds you. It's like, oh, we good, bro. We good. We got to work, but we good.
Yeah.
And I know we're good because I want to talk about. I didn't want the dream I had after our podcast last week.
Okay.
And I texted about you. We actually haven't spoken about it, but bro, this dream, it was gangster. It was gangster.
Let me hear it.
And it was the one where we were in the Roman Coliseum.
Got you. Okay.
Just me and you.
Yeah.
Just me and you. And we were literally like saying, where you at, Satan? Where you at?
Huh?
What's up? Ain't nobody here. We out here. What's up, bro?
We ready?
We ready.
Man.
But our attitude,
That's daunting.
it was daunting, but it was dope because we were the mentality. Okay, it was like we were glad. I think we were actually matadors.
Okay.
You feel me? You know the bull.
Yeah, with the vest and the.
Yeah,
I got you.
It's like and Satan's is the little bull. It's like
Toro,
come on,
Toro.
come on, nigga, come on.
Yeah.
Come on, go and get. That's what. So it was more. It was. I would think it was more. Our attitude was more matador, is because it's like the matador is always in control because it's our job to just get you to come out, and while you run and spend all your energy trying to hit us, we stabbing you in the back.
The thing that comes to my mind is how that's it's all show, right?
It's all show.
The matador himself,
Yeah.
humble,
Facts.
understands who the bull is.
He understands.
fully. More than the bull does, because he's been there with multiple bulls.
Facts.
You know?
Yeah.
And he's Toro, but he's like, yeah, over here. You know, it's like you're not gonna actually get me with that because I'm well practiced in what I do.
And I know who you are.
Yeah.
And I know what you're capable of if I put myself in position to get hit or destroyed by you.
Caught slipping.
Yep. Wait, what?
Caught slipping.
Oh, caught slipping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And due to our work in that episode, we're ready. We were not slipping because we have Allah in mind. And our attitude was very much like, you're not going to win. All you are at this point is entertainment for us.
Yeah.
For real. And it was my feeling was literally like, bro, where you at? I'm like, come on. This end times. Where you at? Come on, Nick, let's go.
I watched the episode.
Let's go, bro.
And I didn't know where that information came from.
What information? That you were talking about?
Yeah. I was just like, that rewatching it made me realize how little I actually know. It's like,
I understand.
I know-
So you actually watched it. You didn't just listen?
I had questions for me.
That's how you know this is real, bro.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know shit.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
I'm just here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm just your humble servant. You give me what I need to get.
That's right.
You know what I
That's
mean?
Right. And that's what I told you last time. This is my favorite podcast because I listen to me as if I'm my own teacher because I know I'm being used. So
Sometimes you just need to like say things out loud
for real.
to gain perspective on them. You know what I mean?
Facts.
I think I look at like I like to call myself a philosopher because I look at like the time of the Roman Empire was when Caucasians gained the most perspective of how to rule.
Facts. No.
And it
I
was
agree.
because they sat around in circles and debated and talked and discussed and worked out all the problems that they had and all the solutions to those problems over the period of, hundreds of years.
How do you know the specific? Are you talking about their mechanism of governance?
Yeah.
Okay. Their Senate?
This is where Plato and Aristotle and,
Those are Greeks.
yeah.
Those are Greeks.
Well, yeah, the Greek. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The Greeks.
Okay.
But this is when they came up with how to build the Roman Empire and
I
all of
understand.
that.
Yeah. The Greeks, the prerequisite of the Roman Empire.
Yeah.
For real.
And then Rome 2.0, which is America, was just
Facts.
the solidification of all those ideas into one place that made it perfect. Like,
Facts.
this is Rome 2.0. You
This
know?
is Rome. This
Yeah.
don't even make no doubt about it. This
Yeah.
is Rome.
Exactly.
And that our
The perfection of Christianity, the perfection of,
Facts.
the church and the state as one that
Facts, man.
nobody listens to either one. Nobody likes either one, but they're controlled by both. Like,
facts. And I've talked on this podcast. It's like you look at Rome. It's like, who is the spiritual authority of Rome? It's the Roman Catholic Church. That is it. And you got to really view priests and their ilk of like, oh, you're running the spiritual administration of your empire, which is necessary. Which is why priests came before the smoke when conquest, because they're really casting a spell on you with that cross.
oh, yeah.
It's a spell.
Breaking you down little by little.
That's right. You come first, and your white skin and your blue eyes, and you come with your cross, and it puts you in a trance. Like, who are you, nigga? And you're like, oh, here's some liquor.
And then they demonstrate the greatness of that word.
Facts. Wait, what word? Christ?
Whatever word that they came and brought to the people before they conquered,
I understand.
before they conquest, they came in with the word
Jesus.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And then they came in with the physical reaction of, oh, lay down now.
Facts.
It's get down or lay down now.
Facts. No, it's like they're commanding you, and they're saying, Jesus, by the way, he just happens to look like us, and sit down.
And don't pay attention to the fact that he looks like us. That's not important for this conversation. Just accept it.
Just accept it. We are a different species, and as we know, and so their genetic build is built to attract the opposite. So we were intrigued, and even to this day, it's like we look at devils, we see them, it's like, oh, they're intriguing. Like, oh, huh, interesting.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Why are you doing it that way?
Yeah, but I'm gonna watch you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch you.
I have questions, and you can't even answer, but I'm gonna ask.
Yeah. So, but anyway, that's their MO. That has been their MO, and they're not going to stop doing it because we are talking about it.
It won't stop. It never will stop. No. The only way that stops is if something better comes along.
Facts. And that's why it still exists.
Exactly.
Because something better has not been manifested at scale.
Because nobody's took the time to sit around and think about what needs to happen on that level.
The level of civilization?
Yeah. How do you build a world?
Oh, I understand.
I
understand.
How do you run it after you build it?
Facts.
How do you maintain it all the way down to its smallest, most minute details?
That's real, bro. And you got to think, the Roman Empire was a product of the Greek civilization, so it came in waves.
Yeah.
And we're taught, we know where the Greek civilization is the first civilized Caucasians.
Yes.
First civilization of Caucasians. And from that, they had a trial and error period. They learned governance. They learned culture. They learned the things that make society successful, and then they eventually morphed into the Roman Empire.
Mm-hmm. And they all of what they learned and created, they studied from Egypt.
Facts.
You know,
Facts.
They went over there and got their degrees and came back and brought it back and just sat around and deliberated and discussed and came up with a solution for every problem that they faced.
So you think? See, I haven't done deep diving into the actual governance and how things worked in regard to the Roman Empire and Greek civilization. So when you say they sat around and talked, that are you saying is that actual facts?
Well, you know
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like,
because you're making it sound like everyone was Plato or Aristotle, just like wearing a robe and philosophizing and shit.
No. Okay, so like they all lived in different times, right?
True.
So whoever was running the show at that time was running the show, and they had groups at that time, and then they had groups at that time. It was just, this is how they got along. And philosophy was big then.
Facts.
So that's what a lot of them did as a pastime. And it allowed them to come up with a lot of different solutions.
Now, I'm going to question, was it big with society writ large or big with certain niggas as it is right now? You know what I'm saying? Because even of this society, Rome 2.0, there are philosophers. Like it's a major in school. I majored in philosophy in college. You feel me? So
Yeah, I took classes.
Yeah, exactly. So there are people who fit that ilk of like, oh, you a nigga that thinks and talks and writes papers.
Yeah.
So what I'm asking you was it I'm asking you, was it any different back then? Was just Plato and was society more philosophical, or were there just regular niggas like there is in this society, and then the philosophers were philosophers?
I couldn't say for sure, right?
Okay, understood.
But in my head, when I pictured, I think
Okay,
that
understood.
their society was smaller. So
Yeah. Well, yeah.
what they
Less
said,
bodies.
if everybody liked it, it was like, that's law. And let's impose it.
I understand.
Who's going to stop us?
I don't know.
And nobody did.
I understand. I understand.
And as they grew and they went other places and conquered and said, okay, now y'all coming with us.
Yeah.
And now y'all coming with us. And
This is Roman Empire, right?
Roman Empire.
Yeah, that's what they did.
Yeah.
That's what they did.
Because after they talked about it, then they put it into action. That's what Roman Empire was.
Facts. And it was successful. Have you studied like the emperors of Rome and the lineage and like the good ones and the bad ones, and like there's a lot of history with the Roman Empire, bro. And I never. Did you ever take Western civilization in like any college or like high school?
I took a class in Eastern philosophy, and I did something with Western philosophy, but I don't think I because it was like the class was like two parts. Like the first part was Eastern, and the second part was Western, and I think I was done after the first part.
I understand. Yeah.
But they gave us like introduction to Western.
Yeah.
And it was cool. It wasn't really my cup of tea. I liked Eastern better.
I understand. I took like a AP world history in high school. It's like as much as I really touched the Roman Empire, bro. And it was very high level. But now that I understand the concept of Rome,
I've learned about the Roman Empire through conversations like this.
I understand.
You know?
Yeah.
I never took the time to study it because it was like, it's interesting, but not that interesting.
Facts.
I'm more interested in what we got to do.
Facts.
You know?
Facts. And no, for real. No, let's be very clear about that. Yeah, it's recently I've studied it just because I've really come to the full awareness that this is Rome 2.0. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, well, let me actually study.
I've been saying that for as far back as I can remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't. And you've heard that growing up.
Yeah.
The Roman Empire. But I'm actually like, oh no, that lineage of rulership ties back to ancient Rome. You feel me? Like the ruling families, banks.
The 1%.
Fact, no, for real. I'm sure they could all tie their actual bloodlines back to that empire.
Yeah.
You know, I guarantee it.
They're very good with accounting.
Facts. And I was, yes, they are. And I was just doing like research about the British crown, because if you're going to trace the Roman Empire, then Dark Ages, Renaissance, then eventually British Empire. That's the next. Maybe that's Rome 2.0. Rome 2.0, and this iteration of America running the show is Rome 3.0. It's one continuum. It's all same ruling families. Mm-hmm. But having trying to, I actually read a Final Caller article about the start of slavery, and the argument that it made. It's like that it's at the time that the 1619 and 1555 period by which the slave was created. Mm-hmm. Was Queen Elizabeth in England was the ruler of the British realm, and in Spain, I don't have actual facts right now. But my point is they were more or less in cahoots. They weren't enemies, and I believe even at the time that they were both run by by Rome, the Catholic Church.
Yeah,
I don't have actual facts. Whoever came, Elizabeth was maybe a Protestant, but what it really showed you is like at the top, they're all family.
For sure.
Family. And they're interconnected.
Even to this day.
Yeah, to this day.
That's why we still pay taxes to them.
Facts. To the crown.
Yeah, for sure.
To the crown. And we're told in society that the king and queen, they're figureheads. Mm-hmm. They're more than that.
No, for sure.
They're more than that. They're heirs. Yeah. They're the heirs to the literal empire.
They created a world. Yeah. And then created a system where they don't have to do nothing. But if they want to take over, this is our system. Yeah. And just like Trump, when Trump said, don't let those Arabs in, like, he didn't have to make a law. The airports listened to what he said and shut down for anybody who was Muslim.
That's true. Yeah.
That's how that works. Yeah. That's the power.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. People say that the president doesn't have any power. He's just a figurehead. Yeah. To an extent.
But there are some things he could do within his wheelhouse
Yeah.
that's power.
It's power.
Them niggas are not coming in here.
You know how many people love the president and are down for the president, even if they didn't vote for that man? That's my president, whether I voted for him or not.
Facts.
What he says is law.
I understand. I don't see anyone banging. Does people bang for Biden? I haven't seen any really hard banging for Biden.
Depends on what he says. I mean, if he was to say something that people wanted to hear, but he's not saying anything anybody wants to hear.
Bro, he's trash, bro.
Yeah.
I don't get feelings about United States presidents, but I'm just like, who's really riding for you, bro?
And not that I'm waiting for reparations or believe it'll ever happen, right? But if he said tomorrow, I'm going to give reparations to all the African Americans. I know some African Americans that'll start riding for him.
Oh, okay. I feel you.
It's just about what his narratives are.
I feel you.
And right now he has none, so.
I feel you. Yeah.
I look at him as like he wanted to be president for so long, so bad. Now he got it and he don't know what to do. It's
Sure.
like the dog that's chasing a car because the tire is moving round and round. When he finally gets to the car, it's just like, you know.
I understand. Yeah, I don't care about Biden to such a magnitude that I don't think about these things.
I feel that way about any president.
I feel you, bro. But at least your boy Trump kept it exciting. You know what I mean? I didn't watch it.
He keeps you on the edge of your seat. It's like, what is he gonna say today?
Facts. And what Trump did was the mass. He was like, he made you realize that the world is professional wrestling. It's professional wrestling. It's a show.
Yeah,
it's a show.
Essentially,
it's a show. This is the show. The world's a stage. Get out there and perform and get what you want.
He took a page out of Hitler's book.
Yes, but specifically in what regard?
Propaganda.
Facts.
The propaganda machine.
Oh, absolutely. All day.
He made reality into a drama.
Facts.
And everybody was in for the show and watching the next episode.
Facts. No, for real. He did that, and then he made slogans and punchlines and nicknames. He made that commonplace. So people can reduce other people to an idea or a nickname and automatically have that Sleepy Joe.
That preconceived notion of
Sleepy Joe.
Yeah.
The cold game.
Yeah.
The cold game, bro.
And to an extent, Sleepy Joe fell for it too.
No, he's still asleep. Boy, still asleep.
How do you outlive, a name so great? That name is greater than his actual name.
Sleepy Joe's a good name. It's a good name. Even I gotta give credit's due. His nickname was solid, bro. Crooked Hillary.
Yeah.
Oh man. What do you call Ted Cruz? Man, Lion. And they're fitting. Because it reduces people to caricatures. Yeah. And if they're caricatures, they're not to be taken seriously.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So we were all laughing and giggling, but over time, that shit affected the sway of society.
And everybody that was
your perception.
Everybody that was gun ho for him repeats those narratives to the point where they're everywhere. Like
Facts, bro.
You can't avoid them. Like they don't say them by their names. When they're talking in their media in their interviews or whatever, they call them by the nicknames, and then all of a sudden that's ringing in our ears. Like
facts, man. Yeah. Even to this day, it rings in my ears.
The psychology of it is amazing.
Yeah, and it's very effective.
It is.
And because he won the election.
Yeah.
He got elected.
I think he might win again.
He's gonna probably run, right?
For sure.
Okay, yeah.
Why would he be doing all this?
I don't know. I don't know what your boy's up to. I don't know what your boy's up to.
It's very obvious. He's up to the same thing he was up to last time.
But I don't he doesn't have a Twitter no more. Like I literally haven't had my Trump up
because
there.
Twitter locked him.
I know. They censored him very clearly. They censored a president of the United States. They did that. But because they did that, I just don't know what's up with your boy. That's the thing. Like I'm asked, like, is he popping off still in another form? Does he have a wet? Like I don't know what's up.
I don't know how I got attached, but somehow his people send me text messages. I never signed up for that.
The bandwagon, bro.
It's like Ted Cruz needs this. Like, why do I care what Ted Cruz needs? Like, stop.
Yeah, and I mean, I think people have made the assumption that because I think white liberals and Democrats are full of shit. that automatically I'm a Trump fan.
Yeah.
It ain't like that. It's just like I see the show for what it is, and I'm objective, and I operate my own objectives that are separate from the political system, which is nation building. So
Like, when people come at me with that, if Trump was saying the right things, I vote for him. Well, yeah, I don't care. I don't believe in the process.
I understand.
But if he's talking right, I'll vote for him. See what he does.
I understand. I don't vote with my emotions.
Not at all.
I don't vote from fear.
Not at all.
At all. Like I voted for Kanye because I didn't want to vote for Biden. And
I literally think that the presidency is just as important as the football game. I don't watch either.
I feel you, bro. No.
And orchestrated in the same way
I'll give you that.
by the same people.
I'll
Like,
give you that, bro. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
it's a good game. It's entertaining.
It is a very good game.
It'll keep you distracted if you're trying to be distracted.
Facts. And let me be very clear. I used to be very much emotionally invested in that game. I used to be.
I can't say that I ever was very much, but I thought it was a chance with Obama the first time. I waited in that long line, felt ridiculous the whole time, like I was wearing a dunce cap, like or a clown suit.
That's
Like,
kind of what I feel.
but I still did it.
I understand.
I was like, I don't want to be one of those niggas who didn't do it.
I feel you, bro.
You know what I mean?
And my man, he's a black man, very eloquent, very smart, married to a black woman.
And I live in this country.
Facts. No, we are United States citizens, bro.
Yeah.
I have nothing at all against voting and participating.
No.
And I'm actually,
They don't have anything for me.
facts. And I'm very well aware of that fact.
Exactly.
But I'm also aware of having this conversation with people who aren't engaged with anything or doing shit. Because I don't want you to think that because I don't care really about voting, like the actual results, I'm emotionally disinvested from the results. I don't want you to take that and be like, oh well, not giving a fuck is cool, right? Because from our position, we're trained to be do for self, nation building.
Like I don't care what's on the McDonald's menu.
Facts.
McDonald's got a new sandwich. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't
At
care.
all. Like, that has nothing to do with me.
Fair.
But if McDonald's is going healthy and they change their entire, then I might say, oh, interesting. I might not buy nothing there because they got a reputation. But if the conversation is pertaining to me and something that has something to do with my life, then I'll pay attention to voting.
Yeah.
Besides that, I'm not interested.
Facts. And then if we're operating in the vein of do for self and nation building, then I have to ask myself and be objective with the process. Like, is voting for a particular candidate in any circumstance going to serve my objectives of nation building?
On the local level.
Yeah, facts. So that's why I'm also very careful with saying voting is. I don't ever say voting is dumb. I don't ever say that because it depends. It's not voting is local stuff, federal, state, different levels of what's the word? Of how they affect your day-to-day reality.
I never say voting is dumb.
Yeah.
But I'll never say vote or die.
Hell no. Hell no.
You know?
But I want to be 100% transparent. I used to be like a diehard Democrat, and used to be like, if you're not voting, you're a dumbass. Like, used to be just like that's how like the Black American bourgeoisie acts.
That's not just the Black American.
It's not. It's American society,
Yeah.
especially liberal.
But they all feel that you ever tell somebody that you don't watch sports, they look at you as if you're
Facts.
an idiot.
No, for real, like that. No,
It's like, what's wrong with you?
what's wrong with you?
And I have no patience for it. I'm completely unconcerned with the opinion of somebody who does not understand my perspective. Like,
Yeah.
you don't care to understand my perspective. You didn't ask me why I don't watch sports. So
No. You don't care.
yeah, I'm gonna keep pushing.
Yeah, exactly. And then when it comes to voting, the reaction to that attitude of I don't vote is so visceral and repulsive, and it's just they're not going to take the time to try to understand your perspective because they immediately put you in undesirable category.
It's the same. It's the same as when you tell somebody you're not taking a vaccine.
Facts. No, facts.
You know,
Facts.
they have so much faith in the system.
That's what it is.
They think it's life or death.
They think it's life or death.
And I will give it to the system because they've put the fear out there in such a way that they make you feel that way.
Facts.
But if you learn how to rise above your emotions,
Facts.
and, start thinking logically, you see that that's a feeling, and feelings fade.
That's right.
And as long as that TV show is on, you can be entertained.
That's right.
And when you turn it off, you get back to work.
Get back to work. Fact. But people live their whole lives invested in the dramas that society creates to keep you fighting.
And those people live on that rat race.
Facts.
And they don't get off.
They don't ever.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
And then they get old and wonder why they're not healthy and
Facts.
all of that.
Facts, man. And then they view your psychology, it's literally a threat to everything they stand for. So I think the larger point is it doesn't really, in the essence of time, it's not worth my time to try to convince them otherwise. You feel me? It's not.
Unless I'm invested in them.
What do you mean invested? Like you have a relationship, a business relationship or something like that?
Yeah.
I understand.
If I'm invested in them and they're invested in me, then it's like I got to give you my perspective.
Facts, man.
You know?
Facts.
Friends, family, even some coworkers. Not all coworkers, but some coworkers, I'll give you my perspective.
I feel you. But then it's always give you my perspective and keep it pushing. And then I don't judge people for thinking vote or die. I don't judge them.
No, I don't even judge people who watch sports. I understand.
I understand. That's what it comes down to.
I understand.
I understand. I understand.
And if it's something that they're doing that don't make sense to me, I want to understand.
Yeah.
Once I understand, then that's where I'm at with it.
Hey, then you mess with the Chicago Bears, bro. Cool. Rah, rah, rah. Go Biden, go. Rah, rah, rah. Go Trump, go. Rah, rah, rah. Mm-hmm. Go rah, rah, rah.
Trump's not a boogeyman. He's a man.
He's a man.
He's a man.
And niggas really liked Trump before white Democrats started making you feel like he was the devil. He was a man.
He was.
He was a man. Let's be very clear. Trump was the man.
You're fired, and everybody loved it.
Trump was the man.
Yeah.
He was the man. So miss me with this. Now you don't like it because white liberals are afraid of him because he represents a quote unquote real racist.
And if you listen to the liberals, you don't even agree with what they talking about. You just
who doesn't like? Because there are very much a slave class of black people that live and die for everything white liberals stand for.
They think they do.
They act like they do.
They think they do until they realize that that's completely against what God's talking about.
Okay, but how many of them are riding for God consciously? Like how?
That's the problem.
Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. Just making sure.
So if God came down right now, he's not Democrat or Republican.
No, Biden.
You know what I mean? Like, which side are you on, guy? Like, both of them is tripping.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, facts.
But we listen to it as if they're law or that matters somehow.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm gonna go back to the actual dream in the Matador and the bull being I guess Satan or whatever, but not just Satan, but the show. Mm-hmm. It's everything. It's all that his world comes with, and we're just like, our attitude was very much like, just all right, bring it, bro. Like, come on, get it over with. And
that's that. I fear no one but God.
And we were there, and we went past. It's like that episode put us on the stage of like, okay, now we could actually just go out there and build and do it, and not have it remove that last level of fear. I guess wondering what other people are going to think. That psychology that holds you back, that's tethered to this world. It's just like, okay, well, I know your nature won't just submit to God and submit to the ruling, the kingdom that is coming. So just get this over with, bro. Like, come on. And in the dream, he didn't show. We were just out there like waiting on him, like kind of not annoyed, just like
he don't want to head up.
He don't want to. No, facts.
He don't want to head up.
No, not with us. Not with us. Not with us.
The psychology of a person who wants to head up is not the same psychology of a person that whispers like a slinking devil.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts. Yeah.
He shrinks when you start talking like, "What's up?"
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts. And we were very much out there like, "What's up?"
Yeah.
Like, "What's up?" Come on, what's up, bro? What's up? We out here. We dressed up in our Matador. Like, come on, you gonna come out here? What?
Because remember, if you listen to the last episode, he doesn't really exist.
Facts.
He's here. Yeah.
Facts, man. Facts. So were we tripping being out there?
Nah, that's where we're supposed to be.
I know, exactly.
Because when we're out there, we're putting our chests out there. That's stepping into who we're supposed to be.
Facts. God.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. with an empty room to create whatever we need to create.
Facts. And it was wide open.
Yeah.
Bro. Wide open. We were the only ones there. And I think what Allah was trying to tell me is like, this is literally where you guys are right now. Mm-hmm. You guys are building. You have land. You're setting up structures and systems and linking pieces together. There's nothing in the way. And this devil you think is going to come out ain't going to show because he's one, a little bitch, but two, more specifically, a slinking, lying, whispering devil that operates in shadows.
Yeah.
He ain't got no business fighting real niggas out front, right?
That's
Especially when he knows that he's going to lose.
He does. He does. He's aware.
Yeah,
but
he's
it's
very well aware.
He's not even. He's just here to do his job.
Yeah,
He's not worried about that.
No.
When you've been given a job by the creator, you do the job. Everything else is irrelevant.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Our problem is we don't know how to tune in and listen to the job that the creator has for us.
That's right.
We get inklings of it. We get drops of it here and there, but we don't really know specifically what our specific job is. We got to learn that. We got to grow into that.
By job, purpose?
Purpose.
Yes, facts, bro.
Yeah.
Facts. No, for real. You think you know your purpose?
I'm learning it.
Yeah, no. You and I both.
To me, it's like a puzzle piece, right?
It is.
I got the corners figured out.
Now it's time to body it.
Yeah.
Bro, that's exactly. We have the frame.
Yeah.
We got the frame. And then now it's like, okay, we see the outside. Now it's just let's fill it up.
I've been a cook my whole life.
Yeah.
And it wasn't necessarily cooking food. Like I like cooking food, but I never enjoyed cooking the same thing twice.
Really?
No. For me,
are
the
a Gemini,
adventure is
bro.
the adventure is in a new meal, something I've never had, never tasted before.
Man.
Practicing with it until I get it right. And then once I get it right, I'm over it.
I understand.
You know?
Yeah.
And like, so my brother hits me and is like, we got 180 acres of land. This is right after the pandemic, and I'm sitting at home with nothing to do. And I'm just like, land?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like growing up, I had this other dream that I thought I was gonna own an island at some point in my life. Like,
understand.
and it wasn't so much being on an island; it was being away from this.
I understand.
And it was like having the ability to be in a place that is untouched, unfeathered by what this is.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went out there and I actually saw the land and it was untouched, I was like, "This is my island."
The land we visited?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's like there's a mountain on here.
Yeah, facts.
This is my island right here. Like, and I already had a vision of what I wanted to do with it. I want this to be a place where, so I created a brand, clothing, Nation Babies.
Nation Babies. Yes, sir.
So I wanted this to be a place where we could produce Nation Babies, not the clothing brand, but actual Nation Babies.
I understand.
You know, I've always looked at myself as a baby of the Nation of Islam.
Facts.
And what that means, I've never fully explored.
I understand.
You know, I'm trying to grow into deserving what that means.
Mm-hmm.
But I can create that because I know that,
you got to create it.
Yeah.
And you're creating it right now.
and I know what the rules are.
Yeah, facts.
You know, I was born in sin and shaped in iniquity. They don't have to be.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
You
You were born in sin and shaped iniquity, but born within the structure of the Nation of Islam, bro.
But
that puts you, and I can tell you from an outsider looking in, y'all niggas is different energy. If you're born in the nation, like it just there's something about it. Even like the ones that aren't even card carrying or just like they're just out there in the world. It's like, oh, you could see something different about their spirit. Like you start off on another level.
all praises to Allah.
For real, and it's a beautiful thing. And that's further confirmation to me. I don't need it at this point, but then yeah, everything we believe is true and exact. It works.
But my mind is like, we all talk about this new world order and the new world and this world ending. And what I think of is, how does that happen? That happens when you create children that were not born in sin and shaped in iniquity. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
How do you do that? Separation or death, right?
Oh, facts.
So you
Facts.
you build them in a place that's completely separate from this.
Facts.
And what is their success? The restrictive law.
Yes, sir.
So they don't have the temptation. When they see drunk people, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck is wrong with them?"
Facts.
You know, they see somebody that's high, it's like, "Oh, I don't want that.
That doesn't
That doesn't attract me at all."
at all. Yeah.
Like, you just want to sit down and eat hot Cheetos? What?
Just snack on them all day.
What?
That's real. That's real.
To me, that's like the most beautiful thing that you could offer this world is somebody who does not think like this world.
Facts. Facts, man.
And to create somebody who has, you know, restrictive law as their lifestyle
Yeah.
and doesn't have any of the aberrations that this world has to offer, any of the engrams that would have come from growing up in the hood, or even in you know, wealth and the affluence in the world. Like,
no, it's just not just, and then it's the aberrations, and then the whole society that justifies the aberration and creates whole fucking lifestyles about it.
yeah,
Seriously.
yeah,
And I think you know what I'm talking about, whether it's transgender, anything that's like, not that's the result of aberration or something that happened to you, and then instead of confronting the reasons or the things that led you up to that point.
I look at like, even in the best of scenarios, right? We look at our celebrities and we aspire as that's the highest level that we can attain as black people, right?
Yeah.
They don't even have control over their children.
That's real.
Their children are lost. You know, like that world shows you that there's no success that you can reach in that way. You can't reach success until you create an entirely new paradigm.
Facts.
And that's where I'm at with it. Like, I got to figure out how to create an entirely. Well, I love what Oasis is doing. Like,
Yeah, facts.
Even what they're doing in the cities where they're going into the hood and gentrifying the hood themselves.
Yeah, facts. That's the move.
It's like,
that's
what?
the move, because the result of gentrifying, the positive thing is it makes it a better place to live because there's a investment in it.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that haven't liked about the gentrification is like you're not looking at the positive effects of gentrification. In fact, like gentrification means people give a shit.
Yeah.
Let's be very clear.
But
they've invested into it.
But
yeah,
it's the wrong people giving a shit.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
People with an ulterior motive that is
it's not even
selfish in design.
It's profit.
Yeah.
They want to make money.
Yeah.
And objectively, I'm not mad at that.
No.
I'm not mad at that
Not at
because
all.
you probably it's likely that someone in that neighborhood who's of that demographic sold you that property to do what you wanted to do. So
It's just the wrong people with the right job.
Yeah, I understand.
It's like you got a dish cook, and now he made him the chef. Like,
yeah,
the people aren't gonna be happy with the meal.
yeah, facts, man.
You know,
Facts. No, that's really it's a good way to put it. Yeah.
he saw the chef cooking. He was like, I could do that. He don't know how much seasoning. He just know that this is the seasoning.
But see, what I haven't liked about the shitting on gentrification conversation is like you're not positing another solution that's going to better your environment. You're just like
They're not capable.
okay.
Like I said, they know what seasonings because they watch the chef do it every day. They don't know how much.
Facts.
So the food gonna come out tasting weird.
Facts. And so you're hating on someone who's coming into a community that isn't theirs, but making it look better to make money. So I'm like, I feel how much of your dislike of this is envy.
But even the idea of them making money,
Yeah.
that's a good thing, right? But because
It's not
they're
a good or bad thing. It's just a thing. It's the natural rule of it's a natural law.
it's the way it should be.
It's how it is.
When
Not how it is.
when you invest, you should see a return.
Facts.
What are you doing with the return? There's the problem, right? If you're just taking the money to hoard more money,
Which is how it works.
exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got to gentrify our own hoods.
Thank you. That's where the conversation. Remember, steering it that way. It's like don't knock the art of investing and bettering and investing in your own community because you're hating but not positing a solution.
They're excellent at using things that should be good for evil.
I understand.
You know,
Yeah.
it's just what they do.
Facts.
So relying on them is, like the idea of reparations. It's like, okay, you think you're gonna get reparations? There's gonna be a caveat. First of all, there's gonna be something in it that serves them more than it serves you.
You're talking about if the actual topic of reparations comes up.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah. The thing is, are you aware of the reparations conversation that's happened in the state of California? They actually had developed a task force. It came as a law, a task force that's actually going to address the issue of reparations for the descendants of slaves in the United States of America.
I've heard of it.
Okay.
I have no faith in it.
I understand. I understand.
As long as we're talking about waiting for somebody else,
I feel.
we're still talking about waiting.
I feel. So your solution is what? Build. Okay, I understand.
Oasis.build.
Oh, I understand. Your solution is do for self.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's always been the solution.
That is a solution.
The messenger has been saying it since the 50s or 40s. Like,
Facts.
it's always been the solution.
So that is a priority.
Yeah.
No matter what, do for self.
Yeah.
Another tertiary, I'm not going to call it objective, but he also has what the Muslims believe. It's just like, oh, by the way, you need to support our nation that established for 30 years. And we need real assets, land, et cetera, for 30 years. That's another part of do for self.
But that comes once we take a step towards God.
Facts.
You know,
Facts.
we take a step towards God, and then He takes 2 steps towards you.
Facts.
So,
And
yeah.
that first step is move and build.
Yeah.
That first step has to take place for there to be a vehicle for which support can go to. Because if you don't have projects and things that can be supported, why you deserve money? What are you going to do with this money? What is your plan?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that is why I am hearkening back to the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, because he said,
Foolproof plan.
yeah, do for self. Then Allah will and it could take the form of sustenance from the government, whatever it comes from, but you have to do for self. You have to set something up.
The reason why I love the nation, I mean, I'm happy about the spiritual aspect. That's amazing to me. Like, that's how you get to become a well-rounded person.
Facts.
As a black man.
Facts.
But for me, I love that I can have these conversations with anybody and then point to them what our plan is and how this work is actionable. Even if you don't believe in the faith system and the spirituality of it, who else has a plan?
Facts.
And who else has a military to back that plan?
No, nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody, especially within the black community. No, there's not even close.
When you think black military, you think about the Africans running around with guns hurting each other.
Black military or maybe Black Panthers with guns, right?
But how many of them are around?
No, I'm just saying. I think when Gen Pop would hear the word black military, they would get images of maybe African warlords or Black Panthers with guns.
I don't think Black Panthers were ever big enough for somebody to consider them military. We're in every state.
Oh, facts. I'm talking about this, like what common society.
Yeah.
I'm not saying what actually is. I'm saying what you're saying is we are the military,
Yeah.
which we are. We are black military.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is when what common folks would hear black military, they would get images of African warlords and maybe a Black Panther with a gun on a street corner. That's what I'm saying. What actual facts are, the Nation of Islam is the spiritual administration and the military of the black man and woman of America, whether you like it or not. And it's not because we're better. It's because we're the only one established as such and running and operating and active.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
And that whether you like it or not, period. That's what it is.
And we're nonviolent unless we need to be.
Facts.
We consider ourselves peacemakers.
Facts.
And we are. We're not of the mindset of like peace by any means, like peace because I got a sword and I'm gonna hold it down. Like, no, we're literally peacemakers. We go in the hood and we're solving problems for gang members. We're in the hood cleaning up neighborhoods, things like that. This even though Oasis Project is not something new, it's just doing what the Messenger did back in the day.
Facts.
You know, it's just rebuilding something that was already established because we understood the blueprint.
Facts.
That's what makes those brothers that created that company nation babies, because they're doing what the nation is supposed to be doing.
Facts. And what makes us a military? I'm going to ask us both that question. Because
Discipline,
order,
structure,
execution.
yeah,
That's it.
And like the idea that we can make a call and thousands of men will show up
Facts.
if it's the call.
Facts. No, for real. Chain of command.
Yeah,
Distinct chain of command.
from all over the country.
Facts.
They might be able to stop this group and maybe be able to stop this group, but they're not gonna stop all over the country.
It depends on which group. Like there's just like even in LA, you ain't stopping LA. There's too many of us. You couldn't stop.
And
LA.
we're not all in one place.
Facts. And we have open lines of communication, so it's just you're not gonna stop.
And how many of us do
You're
we
not
got
gonna
this?
kill all of us.
How many? They got a certain amount that's registered. Then you got a whole nother certain amount that's incognito.
Facts. I'm gonna get definition of military.
Go ahead.
Let's get that. I'm curious. Okay. Military, of or relating to soldiers, arms, or war. It's us. We are at war. And we are soldiers.
It's a psychological war right now.
Facts. Of or relating to armed forces. Of or related to the army. Okay. Yeah. So of or relating to soldiers, arms, or war. Yeah, we're soldiers. Facts.
And we're an army.
Yeah, exactly. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have weapons. It's like, no, we are ordered, we are structured, and there is a clear chain of command,
Mm-hmm.
and we're willing to do what it takes.
Yeah.
Period.
And the part that I love is now everybody has a cell phone.
Yeah, thanks.
So even if for some reason it ends up becoming all out war, it becomes so much bigger of a deal. They make 1,000 martyrs in a day.
Yeah.
And that would be the turn that would create this movement
Facts.
that everybody would be in agreement.
Facts.
And then everybody would see they've been along the whole time for us.
Facts.
You know
For
what I
us.
mean?
Yeah.
So for me, that would be a glorious day.
Exactly. And I think there are a number of people that are coming to that awareness and just realizing, like, oh, the nation is the truth.
I don't like all of their rules, but I like what they say.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I'm fine with that.
I am fine with that.
Because, many are called, few are chosen.
Facts. And not every white person is in the Marines, bro.
No.
But the Marines, they're nasty. They're cold. They're trained. They're very highly disciplined. They're the first ones that go in.
Yeah.
And they'll kill you.
Yeah.
They're nice.
They're good.
They're very, 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 very good.
Very efficient.
Very efficient, very good. And you've probably met Marines in life. It's like, well, they got it. Because the thing about being in the military,
We got Marines in the nation.
facts, bro, and they're nasty. For real.
They got all the training, and it
All
was
that
like,
good training.
oh, this world don't like me.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go to who like me.
It's the logical step. Oh, yeah, I get all this training in a world that doesn't like me. I'm going to go where my skill set's going to be rewarded, and I could actually use them to get other people with this mindset.
We got police in the
Oh,
nation.
yeah, it's great, bro.
We got it,
We got it all.
That's what the nation is about.
Exactly.
It's a nation.
It is a nation of all colors, occupations, and trades.
Yeah.
And the nation, it's a military. It's the foundation of a new society, of a new civilization.
Mm-hmm.
And many are called, few are chosen. Is that what you said? Is that the statement?
That's it.
And that's why I don't take it personal when people don't want to join, or they say things like, "Oh,
I respect it. It's like, okay.
okay.
Okay. But you got your 8 minutes in. You heard about it. You know we exist. You know we are here. You can't unlearn that.
Again,
So when the call is made and the line is drawn in the sand and you got to decide who that's on you.
facts, man." And then the thing is, people treat us like insurance policy. It's
Oh, they always there.
like,
If I need them.
exactly. For real, bro.
As long as you paying your chair insurance payment.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's honestly what people like. When you hit them with the final call, a lot of that is that they know in the back of their mind. It's like, okay, when it goes down, when and if it goes down, I know I'm going to go.
Exactly.
And I know who's there.
Exactly.
And I know where I'm going to go to get the answer to what the hell do we do now? You come into the nation,
It's
bro.
the reason why this is a voluntary army. You got to have a passion for it.
Facts.
You got to want to help your people. And everybody don't think like that. It's like so many people have so many aberrations that they're not capable of getting to the point where they're willing to help other people.
Facts, man.
What is it, like the level of dynamics? Like the first dynamic is self.
Facts.
That's where a lot of us are at.
Facts.
Even in the nation, it's like a lot of people are still healing.
Oh, absolutely. Which
know?
is why Minister Farrakhan told us to get audited to clear it up.
Yeah.
Clear it up. Because you can't build a nation on aberration. You'll duplicate the works of the devil.
Yeah.
Very clear.
Yeah.
And I've come to a keen awareness of that, and I'm like, oh, okay. I get it. The work has to get done.
But at the same time, yeah, the work can't stop.
It's not going to stop.
So you
It's
gotta
not. Work
heal as you work.
You got to heal as you work, and also handle the aberrative reactions that come up within self and within others, and just know how to handle it and confronting it.
That's why you have a chain of command.
Facts.
That's why no one man can sink this ship.
Oh no.
It's a whole lot of hands on the steering
Oh
wheel.
man, yeah, and I'm gonna harken this conversation back to the dream, because it's like we know what the nation is. You grew up in it. I've been in it for 4 years, and I'm deep in it. And I'm just a worker. I work. And
I was watching this movie. Not a movie, it's a show. It's called Battlestar Galactica.
oh, go on.
Okay, and basically, there was these robots called the Cylons, and the robots all at once took over the Earth and killed off, like, I don't know, 100 people that were in line to be president. And the leftover humans elected the lady as president. Well, she didn't even get elected. She just fell into the place as president because she was like number 300 on the list. And I was like, the level of command that it takes to destroy the country is amazing, because you can't. It'll go. She was a teacher.
Wow.
She just happened to be like number 300 on the list.
300 on the list. Yeah,
And I'm thinking, how many people are after her?
I understand.
That's structure. That's order. That's what
Facts.
the military is.
Facts.
She became the commander in chief of the military.
Wow. Commander in chief.
That's what a president is.
That's what a president is. Facts. Yeah. That's all. That's all. Military is
Structure.
a structure.
It's a
Let's be very
backbone.
clear. It's a backbone. It's structure. Structure with clear objectives in a campaign. That's there we go. That's what the military is. It is a organized body of people committed to executing a campaign.
Exactly.
There we go. I think we just put it down, and that's we have a campaign. We're very clear and distinct campaign.
Do for self.
Do for self. Do for self, and it goes back to what you were saying: separation or death.
Yeah.
And that's a separation, a word that scares people. But once you actually break it down, you realize
There's a lot of scary words out there.
Oh, yeah.
You just got to clear them.
you gotta clear up. But it's just like
Separation, discipline,
almost bad. Oh man,
Structure.
but I love the devil.
Yeah.
And I love the devil. He's so much fun.
yeah.
Yeah, he is fun. That's why we like him.
Yeah. He gives us words that we like convenient,
Facts, bro. Facts, man.
easy,
Facts. But then,
quick.
what did the messenger say? That separation is better than prayer. Is that it, bro?
I didn't know that one. That's deep.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And it shows you where it stands. This is like the importance of what you were saying about we got to get the fuck up out of here.
Yeah.
No. And
Man,
no, for real.
I feel like praying is even difficult here
It is.
because you're so distracted.
Yeah.
There's so much. Imagine if we just, we had a place where we actually had peace,
Facts.
you know?
Facts. You talking, I'm assuming you're talking like even just Los Angeles. Like it feels, there's a vibe here.
Yeah.
There's a vibe here, bro. Like even,
A growing vibe.
yeah, it's a vibe. And it's the vibe I'm talking about is the vibe of distraction and chaos.
Yeah.
And it's very present here. And
Yeah.
even when I went to Africa, it just completely disappeared. Even when I went up to Allensworth this weekend, I was like, oh, I could just chill. Here, it's just like there's always like this frequency of like, better be doing something, go do something.
I was literally explaining this to my wife, and she understood it for the first time on this last trip when we went up to the land. It was like she said she saw as we got to the land, she watched me leave it behind.
Yeah.
It's just like I don't even know what word you would use to describe that feeling of just the weight of all the bullshit.
Stimulation.
And then you get there and just,
Let's go. Yeah.
and it's not, I don't think it's a specific place. I think it's just peace,
Yeah, for real.
Like it's just it's the idea of all the things are not there. And all the things have been washed away and they're not on the forefront of your mind. You can't even focus on the things in a different place where you have peace.
Facts.
That place, it allows you to clear your mind to the point where just being there is meditation.
Facts. Yeah. Boom. Boom.
I think that's my goal in life is to find that.
Yeah, that peace.
Yeah.
Peace. And like you said, it's difficult to find it in this physical spot on planet Earth right now. This place is it's probably difficult in any urban center, but this specific urban center, which is the capital of cap in the entire universe, is very right for real.
That's right.
It's the cap capital.
Yeah.
An ego. It's the bullshit factory, porn factory, bullshit factory, lie factory, media like bro, like it's here in the city. The fantasy fact, like bro, it is right here, and you feel every bit of it. And it's
between here and Vegas.
oh god, man, ugh, for real. Yeah, man,
Vegas is a nasty place.
It's a nasty place. It's nasty. I do not like going to Vegas at all.
Yeah.
Those vibes are nasty.
I have not figured out what people enjoy there.
It's hot. It's hot and it's nasty.
People walk around in broad daylight in bikinis, and it's just like, what is going on?
Yeah, man.
Like this is like a street.
Yeah.
This is not a pool. this is not the beach.
For real, bro. Yeah, yeah. I am not comfortable in Vegas at all. At all.
I've only been out there for work, but every time I was out there, for some reason, I was able to be given like a couple hours to go do what I wanted.
Yeah.
And it was just like, no. No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get some food.
Yeah, I'm getting out of this
going
city.
back to my room.
Yeah. It's literally called Vice City, man. So it's like they don't hide it, but I'm like, man, you're so aberrated where you think Vice is normal.
You walking down the street and they're handing you flyers for the most deplorable type of behavior.
Facts, man.
And it's like, this is a flyer.
Facts. Oh man. I was actually when you said Vegas being nasty, I was literally thinking about like the Mexican on the street clicking the flyers about like people whores coming to your room and giving you services. than passing out on the streets. That's literally what I was thinking. But that's what it is, man.
Yeah.
That is, it's that city. It's
Yeah.
a city of normalized vice, crime, normalized vice, debauchery, gambling, things that don't serve. There's no higher purpose in Vegas.
You're going to get aberrated.
Facts.
You're
seriously.
going there to catch an engram.
Facts.
Something that will tarnish your soul.
Facts, man. No, for real. You're going there to go out ethics, to not be ethical, and
To give away some of your God energy.
seriously, and you're going with the intention of doing that. And I'm glad we had this conversation before the podcast about without aberration, all we are is intention. So you're just going to Vegas to get you further off your true path, and you're doing it with intention, like you want to do this.
And for people who don't understand how to eat to live, you have an even shorter amount of time on the planet to spend doing
Stuff.
bullshit.
Doing bullshit.
Like
Facts. Doing Vegas like bullshit.
How do you waste what precious little time you have?
Facts. That's real. Yeah. Yeah. And it's these aberrations that we all have that convince us that this shit is cool.
Yeah.
Right? It's that programming. It's like, oh, this is what makes me comfortable. It feels good.
It feels good.
It feels good. Therefore, it's right. And we're just in a feel good society.
Yeah.
Where everyone, you could literally just I remember when it was hard to get laid. I remember those days, like we actually had to have game. Now it's literally like a video game. For real. That's what it is.
It is.
That's what it is, bro. That's what it is. And then porn's not a new thing. This video game Tinder shit is newish relative to pornography. And I'm like, man.
I think it's just more abundant.
Thanks.
It's just, it's endless at this point.
It's endless. It's just infinite. It's the society. And I've even seen advertisements of like two dudes grabbing each other's butts. I'm like, bro, I don't. Yeah.
It gets sick.
It's sick.
They got TikTok videos out now where dudes are just like, I don't like women. I like trans women. Like that's a thing.
Oh, really?
That's a part of the culture now.
That's what's happening?
Yeah. It's like he understands. He thinks like I think. It's like,
wow.
But that's a he. Like, what are you talking about?
Wow. So is it to the point where this sort of preference is becoming normalized and like it's a thing? Like, are these people like being like rewarded by society for liking?
They got a bunch of TikTok likes.
Okay, understood.
You know,
when did this become a thing? I don't have TikTok because I'm afraid of TikTok, to be very clear.
TikTok has its uses. It's a tool.
Of course,
it's like money.
I understand.
It's like anything else is a tool. Like,
I understand.
I didn't have it for the longest, and my wife kept sending me videos on TikTok, and every time they asked me, just get a TikTok, and it was just like,
you got one eventually.
I just got a TikTok.
I understand.
And now I understand its purpose.
I understand.
Me, it's really,
well, explain what is the purpose of TikTok?
It's easier to edit videos.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
I like to edit videos on TikTok.
I understand.
You can shorten them better. You can do all that kind of stuff.
It's easier?
Yeah.
Okay, that explains. I've been seeing like the TikTok videos that you see. I was like, okay, there's a lot happening. I wonder how you did that.
A lot of Instagram's editing tools are copied from what TikTok's already been doing.
Okay, understood.
So Instagram's trying to catch up.
Okay, so that is one competitive advantage of TikTok is it has the ease of quality editing.
A lot easier.
Okay,
you can get on there and learn it in 5 minutes.
Nice, and it's easy.
Yeah.
So it's like
you can get lost on Instagram trying to figure it out.
I understand. Okay, so it's
you can accidentally make a video on TikTok.
So it's like what Canva did for graphic. You know Canva, right? Oh, Canva. Oh, Canva's great. Canva's great for like graphic design. Very easy graphic design. Instagram posts, make stuff look to market, menu stuff like that.
Okay.
Look that up. I'll send you a link. It is what TikTok appears to be for video editing for graphic design.
Got you.
Canva.com. But yeah, solid. But so it makes what on the surface appeared to be complicated stuff with video editing easy, and it looks good with TikTok. Okay, that explains.
I mean, you see so many older people on TikTok making videos now. It's like,
I understand.
It's like, oh, if they could do it.
Yeah, and then from outsider looking in, from what I see TikTok from just standing outside the house of TikTok and be like, okay, I see just very engaging content that really is just trying to get your attention, like super trying to get your attention. That's what I see.
When I made my first TikTok video, I was, new to TikTok or whatever, and I pressed post the video. The music was already on it.
Wow.
They just chose a song based on the tempo of the video.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Instagram does not do that.
No, it doesn't.
You have to edit the video to make it to go to the tempo. Like,
Yeah.
where the exciting part of the song is, you have to put your video there and start it at that right time to make it Instagram. For TikTok, it's the exciting part of the song, and it's right there, and it's all the best music. And then they even have a section where TikTok viral songs, and then like types of music. It's like
honestly, TikTok seems like it feels like a virus. It feels like literally like it creates a virus, because it's viral. Huh? If something's viral, it's a virus. It spreads like a virus.
Yeah.
So that's literally, I guess, when I go to TikTok, it's like, oh, this is something that is designed to make things viral.
It's designed for you to be able to produce a lot of content.
I understand.
Simply.
I understand. Yeah. And like you said, it can't be utilized.
Yeah.
Just like the Bible.
I mean, if I had nothing but time and energy, like a lot of people, I mean, yeah, you just keep creating, and eventually, something will catch on.
It will.
And when you see what people like, you just duplicate it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. When I opened the app, like the way it's presented on the app, it jumps out at you. Just like, man, damn, I didn't ask for that now.
And the TikTok,
good Lord,
the TikTok algorithm. I don't know that this is true, but from what I've heard, it uses the front-facing camera, to monitor your eyes dilating, and it sees what you enjoy and gives you more of it. There's a For You page on TikTok, and it just nonstop stuff that you enjoy.
Oh,
and the more you watch TikTok, the better they get at deciding what you like.
Because it reads your eyes, man.
Yeah.
That wouldn't surprise me at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
It has access.
It does. You give it access.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, and that explains why
Instagram started doing the For You page now. If you'll scroll down your timeline long enough, you'll start seeing like these smaller videos in a row, and there'll be things that you like.
I understand.
That's your For You.
Yeah.
But TikTok is a whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm when I scroll, I'm conscious of the amount of scrolling I do, because I understand that's when your mind just goes in. Your mind is at its most vulnerable to being programmed in, right? And then that's when these sensors and this AI is reading you and then getting the most valuable and salient data on you.
I treat TikTok like because I'm married.
Yes,
so
sir.
I have a rule, like a 2 to 3 second rule when it comes to seeing something that is attractive to me.
Yeah.
So, like, if I see a woman, it's just like, 3 seconds, and that's it.
Oh, I feel you.
So I do the same thing with TikTok.
Good for you.
When I get on my TikTok, I'm only getting on there to either make a video or check something that somebody sent me. And when I get on there, the For You page pops up and it's like, oh, nope, 3 second
man.
rule.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I can't go to a spiral of the For You page because I won't put my phone down.
Yeah, man. And you have to, in this world that we're in right now, you have to operate with that level of discipline.
Yeah.
Because Satan's on Super Satan right now. Yeah. He's in full like, well, fuck it. It's it. I might as well just go out with the bang.
He's going to be the most violent the farther he gets down to the end of his time.
Facts.
The most volatile, the most chaotic.
Yeah, right. And we're in that right now. And you see it. You see it and feel it. Like
everybody does.
Bro, it's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Like when people start calling Trump the Antichrist, it's like, oh, y'all looking for the Antichrist now. It was like, I've been looking for the Antichrist, And I understand that he's not even a real individual. He's just, a fiction of our imagination.
Facts. He's and it's funny. People on opposing sides are going to think the Antichrist is the other guy. So there's going to be 2 Antichrists and 2 Christs. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let's be very.
Yeah, that part. I mean, how I've explained it is, whoever in the world that we will never know of, whoever in the world is doing the most anti-God things.
Yeah.
Whatever person that is who's giving the most energy to the opposite of God, that's who the Antichrist is. And that can change from minute to minute because this person just green light an atomic bomb, and then this person just green light too. Like,
Yeah.
This person green lighted a war here to go kill some civilians, and
Yeah.
that happens all the time.
I understand.
So whoever's at the peak of evil at that specific time that's who the Antichrist would be.
That seems to me, and that seems to me to be like the caricature of the Antichrist, like the ultimate bad guy.
No, it's just a person.
I understand. Like
He's just a guy who don't give a fuck.
I understand. But what makes you think there's just one person?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's just whoever has the most of that energy at that time.
I keep thinking of Dr. Evil.
To me, I look at the Antichrist as a less controlled environment, right?
I understand.
God would be a very specific, controlled environment.
Yeah.
Because he's a master of but the devil would be chaotic. It would be something that you couldn't even fathom. So it's a bunch of niggas. You want to call them the 1%? Like,
No, for real.
The Rothschilds?
Yeah.
Or not even the Rothschilds, because we know about them.
Facts. No, seriously, that's a good point.
It's the ones we don't know about. We never know about.
Yeah, and they're gonna keep it that way.
Yeah. Why would they ever?
It's no, like
Once you know Satan's name, it's like,
you can attack him.
Yeah.
You can get him.
Yeah.
And
or you can ignore him.
And
like, talk your shit over there.
Yeah, right. And if you want to come right out here, bull, we got you. But like, you don't want it, bro.
Whispers ain't scary when they're yelling.
Facts, man.
It's the whisperings of the slinging devil, but this nigga's loud now. Like, I'm not worried about him.
Yeah.
I can see him coming a mile away.
Yeah. Yeah, and we see him coming, and we're ready for him if he comes directly for us. But he's not gonna come directly for us. He's not, and we know that.
That's not his MO.
It's not his MO. We go, why waste your energy when you can get an easier target?
Yeah.
And focus on them. Dumber niggas.
That's why they framed him as a snake. A snake's gonna go for an easy meal. A snake's not gonna fight.
Yeah. Yeah. But when the wounded, the baby or the wounded animal, that's what it's gonna go for. Man. It's not gonna go for the king. It's not gonna go for it's not gonna go for God. Not directly. So
that's not even his fight. he understands who God is. Like, it's not his fight.
Yeah. So I'm gonna slither around the gods. Okay, you guys do your thing. Salute. I want to go get these other ones.
I feel like when God,
that's weird because in the Quran, it's like you will corrupt everyone but my purest ones. That's what it says, right?
When God looks at the devil, he sees the snake. He's like, all right. And the snake looks back at him. He's like, all right.
Yeah. For real.
Like, that's one of my soldiers. He's the deplorable one, but that's one of my soldiers.
One of my soldiers.
He's part of the army.
Yeah. Man, that's bars, bro.
You need every type in the army, even spies.
Facts, man. And his job is to whip me into God, so I have a respect for that function, man. And
the key is that he has a job.
Yes. And he's on his post, walking his post
in a perfect manner. He's always on the alert.
Yeah. And I had to respect it for that, but
all respect. Like, but I'm not worried about you. I'm gonna keep doing me.
Nah, man. Nope. And
I think that's the reason why we're taught to be the clean glass. Like, those wise words is just like
so powerful.
Oh, I just gotta scrub me.
That's it.
Like, get me clean.
It's liberating, man. It's liberating.
Yeah.
And when you don't, and I'll bring up the topic of when you have no sin, like when you're clean and you got nothing against you have nothing to worry about, bro.
Yeah.
You're not holding anything back. You're not withholding sin that you've done against other people.
Yeah.
You're clean and you can operate and just execute your intention.
Yeah.
Which is God. God is intention. God is be, and it is. That is your potential to grow into if you would accept it.
Exactly.
But the more you do against God, against the natural order of things, the more difficult it is for you to actually find your intention because you're in a state of aberration.
Yeah.
It's hard to do shit when you're sitting and aberrated.
So if I'm devil, what is my job? Is to keep you as aberrated as possible.
Triggered, aberrated, stimulated as possible.
I'm going to give you all these hang-ups, and then I'm going to keep tapping them.
Facts. I'm gonna have them slave movies make you get triggered. I'm gonna show you the videos of your people getting murdered at specific times to serve my political objectives.
And even worse than that, the traumas of molestation that got started during slavery,
Facts.
Where they broke black men,
Facts.
And then those black men did some crazy, grimy shit with somebody else. And then down the line, all the way to today,
Yes, sir.
somebody in the family has always got that issue, that affliction. Like,
That's right.
It's
right.
it's sexual deviancy that started from slavery,
Sexual
and
deviancy.
passed down.
Sexual deviancy that somehow now is now we normalized.
Yeah,
Normalized.
and we have a whole society of people out here who have been, wronged and aberrated in that way.
Facts.
And that's their affliction now.
Facts.
So,
And now there's lifestyles that reward this affliction and aberration.
Yeah.
And this is a real nigga conversation, because this is conversations that the society, that the ruling society would label as hater talk. It's not hater talk.
But we're taught in the scriptures that you can't fathom the depths of Satan.
Yes.
So don't be surprised when they have trans people teaching your children.
Facts.
You're relying on a society that's going to continuously get worse and worse and worse and worse, because it's the devil's world.
It's the devil's world.
And if you're willing to admit that it's the devil's world, then you can see how it doesn't have a depth.
No. Facts. Because we cannot fathom its depths. So it's like we're sliding down, and there's like dishwasher liquid on the slide, and it's just, oh shit.
And floating pieces of bread in the water. It's the worst kinds of scenarios.
Nasty. But the solution to this, because this is Rome. Like, and the thing about Rome is, like, Rome gonna roam until something surpasses it.
Something better.
Something better that people go into and build and support. And no, let's be clear. Give their spiritual energy to, give their attention and energy to. Because you got to think, like, Rome, like, it has a very ritualized system of going to church, or going to church, talking to the priest, calling the priest father. The Roman Catholic Church's literal job is to make the white man God.
Yeah.
For real.
And he's going to be successful until we're dissatisfied.
Thanks.
So I look at it like, keep doing shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go ahead. Trans people teaching your kids until you're dissatisfied.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to get, I'm not even sitting here trying to speculate on how bad it's going to get.
Yeah.
Because I know it's going to get worse.
Facts.
It's got to get as bad as it needs to get for people to be 100% dissatisfied.
Oh, facts.
And when they become dissatisfied, then they're looking for something else. And then they understand that the only thing else is God.
Yeah, no, for real.
That's all that there ever was.
No, that's it, man.
This is just, all the rest of this stuff is just taking away your energy.
Facts. No. Using your energy.
Yeah.
To propel its own agenda.
Yeah.
And that's what the church. That's what specifically
the
Catholic
Matrix.
Church. Yeah, it's the Matrix, man. Facts.
That's why everybody was sitting in the pods, their batteries,
Sleep.
to power the machine.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Roman Catholic Church is one vehicle of energy, of your spiritual energy and attention, to give it to that. And that is not even saying like the Roman Catholic is a bad or good thing. I'm just saying it's power. It's power. And there are, like anything, any structure and institution, there are quote unquote good and evil within it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm not even saying Pope Francis. I'll be objective. Pope Francis seems to be like a good human being.
He seems like he's trying.
No, for real. Like he and I judge people based on what, like, literally, like, their eyes and like what they say, and like, okay, well, that seems like a good brother.
Mm-hmm.
Obama's a good brother.
Yeah.
These are good brothers.
I believe they got the best of intentions.
Facts, bro.
The road to hell was also paved with good intentions.
Very true. Very true. And it's like if I judge them based on vibration and intention, I'm like, I can't call them bad people.
We're not qualified to judge.
Not at all, man.
We're just here to do us.
That's right. That's right. And they're attached to an institution with a track record. And the track record ain't going anywhere. And they're also attached to institutions with objectives that are above them, that are above their pay grade.
For sure.
And those objectives are going to get accomplished.
Because they were here before they even got here.
Facts. And they're going to continue when they leave.
And if you trace those roots of those guidelines of what they're supposed to be doing, all the way back, they go all the way back to everything that ever existed, right? Everything can be traced back to the creator of the heavens and the earth.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, it's all planned out. It all has its purpose.
Yes, sir.
And our purpose is to focus on doing for self.
That's right. That's right.
Getting our shit together so we can be the clean glass.
That is the campaign.
Yeah.
And otherwise, it's get caught up in Satan's world.
And I came to the realization that, like, how can I do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it's I gotta be in a place where I can find peace. And when the opportunity for the land came, it was like, this is a place where I can find peace.
I feel you, bro.
You know?
Yeah, no, for real.
So everything in my body is like, let's make that happen.
Facts, man. Yeah, and I'm going to continue saying, Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, separation is better than prayer.
Yeah.
And we're giving support for that mantra. It's like, don't get it twisted. It's like, this is Satan's world.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as you're in Satan's world, don't have any high expectations about being operating at your fullest potential.
No.
So, and you and I are both working in Satan's world, period.
You can operate at a high level.
Yeah.
But you can't operate at your optimum.
No. And we feel that. We were talking about it doesn't even feel right being in this physical space.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel right. So how do we, given that we're in this current circumstance and we're militant, one must maneuver.
Yeah.
And I also see this dream as us like making that public maneuver.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we ran into the mosque a couple weeks ago. We posted the picture, and I saw that picture. I was like, oh damn, like shit, it's time, bro. It's war time.
No, it was an awesome picture.
Yeah, it was dope. It was dope. And I had people be like, "Yo, that's a dope picture." I'm like, yeah, it was a fucking fire picture, bro.
Yeah. And
it was I saw that, and then I had that dream, and we had the last week, and this. I'm like, oh, okay, it's here now. It's the bridge to the hereafter.
Yeah.
Here we are in Saints, bro.
I'm having visions of like little bitty pockets where we create a society of people that all are like-minded and want to live in peace. And we teach our children in those environments.
Facts.
And we grow our food in those environments.
Facts. We teach our children. We grow our own food. We employ our people.
Mm-hmm.
These are all things that we're currently, let's be clear, we're doing all of these things right now.
Yeah.
Let's be very clear.
We're just duplicating a process that already works.
Facts. No, we are, okay. No, I'm actually like, okay, we have school. MUI. We are involved in growing food. We are getting land.
And all the things that are needed in a school.
Facts, man.
You know?
Yeah.
Not just like the building, but like the administration and the understanding.
The administration. Let's be clear. School is literally 100% administration.
It is.
It's all administration. And I think probably being a superintendent is probably the hardest job in the world.
I can imagine.
You know, because you got to deal with parents and emotions and their children, bro.
Shout out to Brother Salih.
For real. No, for real, bro. That's a God body.
Yeah.
That's a God body.
Yeah.
Yep.
Every time I come over his house, he's at work.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I've always given that just knowing that he runs a school, MEY, Brother Salih, shout out. He's Salih Muhammad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's a nation baby. He's born in Oakland, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His father and mother run the school up there. He grew up in the school, working for the school.
That's insane. Yeah.
And then he went to school and he started
a school.
Yeah.
And now that's what he does.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna build
that's generational wealth.
Real of the highest order.
That's how it should be.
Facts, man.
You know?
Facts.
Your parents do something and then you carry it forward.
Facts. And we're gonna build a school.
Yeah.
Because it's part of the essentials.
Yeah.
We understand that. And why I'm realizing that we lead with God first. You know what I mean? This is a building podcast, but this podcast is called God. There's God in the title for a reason, because we lead with that.
Yeah.
You know, we do stuff and we put things in place and we do deals with governments and buy land and grow food. But I'm showing the world it's God talk. This is the spear that's going to allow us to be successful. Yeah. God first. God first. In the episode last week, we was popping about God for an hour. It's like it reminded me, like, oh yeah, bro, like all praise is due to Allah.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
Building is cool, but Allah is the greatest. Always, all the time, no matter what. So keep that in mind while we build.
Exactly.
Yeah, and don't make the mistake of putting anything before Allah, including money, and using the excuse of, oh, I can't because of this thing. Most time it's money. Most times money.
An ego.
An ego. And holding on to something from Satan's world. Like you want something in this world, whether it's a girl or a car, a car, a car, something like that. Something like that. Before what what Allah wants you to do, which is go out there. Your skill set is cooking. Go out and build, for example, a restaurant or something like that. Part of what we're doing, or my mindset is financial administration. Okay, do that for your people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Just make sure you do it.
That's it.
But knowing, just going out with God first, and then that way we could go out in front of Satan as matadors and be like, "Come through, nigga. Come on, come through."
I think my favorite part of this process of this podcast is being able to express what's in here.
Absolutely.
Because I walk around and enumerate over it all the time.
Absolutely.
But being able to like talk about it, I can physically see it. And then when I go back and listen to the podcast, it was just like, it's building something in my head. It's building something in me.
It's therapeutic.
Yeah.
It's therapeutic. And it's also, I enjoy listening to it, but I'm also like, this is not call it fear, but I'm like, man, I know we're about to say, I know we said some real shit. Now I got to listen to it and actually listen to what we said. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
To me, that's what it goes back to. What we were talking about, people out there just talking about stuff and they're not really on point about what faith they should be and all of that.
Yeah.
It's like those conversations are necessary because they got to get to the end of it.
Facts.
That therapy, that part everybody needs.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, like,
but what's the end of it? A choice of religion? Is that the end?
No, technically it doesn't end, right?
Yeah, that's my point.
It's endless because it's all just growth.
Facts.
Like even though me and you are having these conversations that some people would say are like too deep, y'all too deep.
Did you hear anyone say that?
I could imagine it.
Oh yeah, me too.
But I'm well aware that I know nothing.
I understand.
I'm here to talk about things that I'm not an expert on.
Yeah.
I just, I've come across this information and I've passed the information on. If you like the information I'm giving, then all praises to Allah.
All praises to Allah.
If you don't like the information I'm giving, all praises due to Allah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Facts,
Because maybe it's not for you.
Facts, man.
I'm just,
But given that the two most popular episodes of this podcast are the God ones, like the all God ones, that tells you something.
Yeah, for sure.
It tells you everything you need to know.
You see something,
and I'm not gonna lose sight of that fact.
You see something that's working and you duplicate.
Facts. No, and you don't disconnect with things that bring you into a position of power.
Facts.
Ever. No.
That's true.
Ever.
Yeah.
You dial back, and that's why I told you, like, bro, this whatever we got is working. Come through. We doing it again.
If I'm in town, I'm down.
Exactly, and that's what it is. Because I can't. End of the day, I'm looking at data, and that's the data don't lie. It's actual facts. Yeah. Data is the physical manifestation of actual facts. So I'm looking at the data says, having an episode, and I'll tell you the story. The episode, because we said all praise due in the law. I think we determined we're going to call that the episode. But I was actually like writing out the episode title. I had all caps on. And I started typing all praise due, and I'm like, wait, I don't want it all caps. And then God literally told me, oh no. Don't you dare disrespect me in lowercase this episode.
But you're gonna just have the Allah part capital?
No, just like all praise to Allah, but like capital first letter, like proper capital all praise, capital first letter, lowercase. Capital A L L.
All praise to Allah.
Sorry, no. Every word was gonna be capitalized.
Oh,
just
okay,
the
I got
first
you.
word. All praise to Allah.
Yeah, okay,
so I wouldn't be disrespectful. You know what I mean?
Got you.
But I had it all caps, and that's what I went with. And then I started pressing delete, like, oh, I don't want. Then Allah was like, whoa, who you playing with, bro? How dare you? Who you playing with? Don't play with your boy like that, bro. You better put me at all caps.
Yeah.
You better put me at all caps.
Put some respect on his name.
No, for real, bro. You ain't finna talk to me for 2 hours, then put me in lowercase, bro.
No.
Don't put me in low. Don't do me like that, bro.
Yeah. You got to give him the credit. You got to.
All praises due.
Yeah.
All praises due. And I did that, and I went with my instincts, and I was like, okay. And then I see the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay. All praises due to Allah. Thank you, Allah. Salute.
Once you humble yourself, he'll let you grow.
Facts, man. Facts. And I had to. And it's funny, like. This dream represents layers of meaning. And I think another part of meaning was I don't have to tiptoe around the shit. I don't have to like tiptoe around the nations and the teachings to other people because it makes them uncomfortable. It's the truth.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. You got to step out on faith.
You got to step out on faith and speak like it's the truth.
Yeah.
And one thing that I really like about Sister Valerie is that she speaks out on truth. Yeah, and there was I can say the story. She was we were in FOI class, and a brother was talking about how one of his neighbors just found out he was FOI, and then Sister Valerie came over to talk to his wife, and she didn't even know the neighbor. And Sister Valerie's like, "Oh, come to the mosque." Like, very just like, of course. Like, why would you not want to come to the mosque? We have the truth for you.
Yeah.
We have the truth that will save your life.
Gifts and blessings abundant.
Come to the mosque. It's literally heaven.
Yeah.
Come to the mosque, right? But somehow we get all this apprehension, like, oh, well, have you heard of us? And fuck all that, bro. No, come to the mosque. We have the truth. The Nation of Islam has the truth.
Yeah.
If you want to find out more, not come find out more. Come.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. That's the time where you're on.
Yeah.
And I don't have to put an envelope of like political anything on it anymore. No, I don't have to. We're past that, bro. We have the truth.
Yeah.
And if we have the truth, act like it.
That part.
All praise is due to Allah in all caps. Episode 60. All praise is due to Allah. That simple.
It is.
And how hard is it for me to put an episode? It's not fucking difficult. It's very easy for me. And that's what Allah told me. It's like, bro, I'm Allah. Did you forget who you're playing with?
All in all, everything.
I am everything. I am everything.
Alpha and Omega.
Yeah, it's like, bro, who are you playing with?
Omnipotent, omnipresent.
Bro, you putting more attention on this so-called enemy of yours than on me, bro. Like, stop. And I will say, key messages in the Quran that he's showing me at this point in time, it's like, don't pay attention to things that are going to give you cause for concern.
Yeah.
Surah 11. Yeah, Surah 11. Let me look at the actual, which is entitled, HUD.
It's funny that you mentioned that because
Go on.
when I was just thinking, when you called me and said, come back over, let's do another episode.
Yeah.
I was thinking
what went through your head?
Yeah, I was thinking like, okay, so the other episode was about God. We should do an episode about the devil. And immediately I was like,
Yeah.
why would I give him that much attention?
No.
Why would I give him the title of anything?
No,
Like,
for real.
I don't want to talk about him like
No.
that.
And even in the episode, we talked about like he's
Insignificant.
insignificant.
So how we gonna give him a significance?
Give him an episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And to be fair, there is one episode where I did mention that I called the devil for what he is, and now I'm like, oh, okay. That week didn't go so well for me. Maybe I was paying attention to it too much.
Huh?
Right?
I mean, yeah,
And making devils of my problems and then idolizing those devils before Allah, bro. 'Cause I'm paying them more attention.
giving him way too much energy.
Giving them energy. And we got to think. If we're thinking about something, it's a form of prayer.
Yeah,
We're giving it energy.
that's what leads to anxiety and grief.
Bro, facts. And part of my struggles this year has been giving my energy to things that are giving me anxiety and grief because they are manifestations of the devil, because these are things or entities that are caught up in this world.
Mm-hmm. One thing that I can say that I do appreciate and I kind of learned from Christians
Yeah.
is this ability to have cognitive dissonance when it comes to things that don't serve them.
Like
You start coming at them with don't eat pork and they could care less about what you're saying because they don't want to listen to you.
Yeah.
And you can give them facts upon facts and they'll come up with like, well, mama did it. And it's just like, oh, that's admirable. Like, imagine if you have that power over what's actually wrong. You know what I mean? Like, it just has no sway.
Yeah.
And you're just on your shit. Like, you know? I think that there's a purpose for that. And that's what I believe.
A purpose for that psychology?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ability to just like be in this world, but not of this world.
Facts. No, for real.
You know?
For real.
I think that's how, you got to put the blinders on to the bullshit.
No, you have to.
And they've figured out a way to put the blinders on anything that is not already a part of what they want or what they believe.
Facts. They built a society upon that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's generations that have done the same thing, expecting a different result, which is insanity, but they keep doing it.
Facts, man. Facts.
Until something within it dissatisfies them.
Facts, man.
And then you see them either lost or they a lot of times find their way to Islam
Facts,
or
bro.
find their way to a different type of church.
Facts.
I'm not Catholic no more now. I'm Baptist, or I'm Christian. Or,
Facts. And I do want to. There are instances in life where one must fight. Be very clear about that.
No, that's
And then
facts.
we are trained, however, in the mode of fight not against those unless they fight against you.
Yeah.
But you like, for example, there could be an instance where people mean you harm, and you gotta fuck niggas up, bro.
No, for sure.
Let's be clear. And
First law of human nature.
no, for real. And I'm saying that it could be domestic stuff, family stuff. It's like you're not gonna play with me though.
No.
You know, I'm not gonna pay you no mind. But if you come to my doorstep, it's over. I'll kill you.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's also another site. Like in this dream, that's what we were carrying with. Is like, I mean, you could come out here, but it's a wrap, nigga. It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Realistically, we already defeated him if we out there like that.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
For real, bro.
At that point, we like, who's next? But we didn't bossed up.
Yeah, we bossed up.
You just beat the boss of all the bosses.
We bossed up.
You know.
And like, and I'm telling you now, like, we're at warfare, and I literally, like, I've told you, I feel like pains in my body, random pains, like a voodoo doll. So I'm getting attacked, and definitely picked up these past couple days before you got here, the build up to this episode. But now my attitude is like, bro, stop playing with me, nigga, bro. Like, you're gonna pay. You're gonna. Before I was like, oh man, the devil's getting me, and I'm like, oh no, it's spiritual warfare, and no, I'm just like, all right, bro, really, nigga?
No, it's just get behind me, Satan.
Yeah, get behind me. I'm like, bro, like, what are you doing? What are you doing,
He's
bro?
distracting you at his best, as best he can.
Facts, man.
He's just taking you. He don't even have to take you a full step off the path. All he got to do is make you veer.
Facts. No, for real, bro.
You get adjust and get back on, but him veering, that's a win for him.
That's a win, bro.
That's a success.
That's a win.
You're like, oh, I got you.
Yeah,
You know?
facts. That's a win. So the takeaway from this conversation is like, let's stop. There's no need to veer anymore. There's no need to veer because the fight's already over.
Full throttle.
Yeah, full throttle. The fight's already over because he's not going to show up.
No.
So we win by default. It's not. It's over. So let's think of the homework is just us thinking like, okay, where are we actually veering?
But the way that
We're on the right path, but who is causing us to veer?
the way that you get there
Yeah.
is through preparation.
Specifically, what kind of preparation?
You have to be so prepared for the battle that's coming that once the battle's here, there is no battle. You know what I mean?
Nah, for real.
Like conquering the enemy's territory whole.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Nah, I feel you. And I feel at this point we're already made serious inroads in that regard.
Oh, for sure. Look here, we already on it.
We on it.
Hip hop runs the world.
Hip hop runs the world, and just speaking specifically with the maneuvers of the nation, it's like
The nation created hip hop.
Thank you. Facts. No, seriously.
I'm aware.
Seriously. No.
Yeah.
The nation created hip hop. The teachings created hip hop.
Yeah.
That spark of energy created hip hop.
And as soon as everyone understands that, you know,
For real. Then you're forced to actually do your homework and figure out where it all came from. Oh, Allah.
Yeah.
Who came in the person of Master Muhammad?
light dispels darkness.
1930. That's right. 1930.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And I can say that. I don't have to apologize. It's like, okay.
I grew up so frustrated that so many people didn't know about the nation's influence in everything that we knew.
We as in Asiatics, blacks, Americans.
Black Americans.
Okay, black Americans.
Like they didn't understand like what these rappers were saying when they were saying things that we already believed.
Understand.
They didn't like, for example, later on in life when the woke movement came up, I was like, we the ones started saying woke. And all these people is now using woke to mean all these things.
Understand.
And they don't understand even where woke came from. It came from, y'all sleep,
Yeah. It's that
We've
simple.
been saying that.
Yeah, sleep.
And it like we're so enveloped in what is American culture today
Yeah, facts.
there's white rappers and they're prevalent. It's a lot of them.
Well, now woke means that you think that men can be women and women can be men. That's woke.
It means everything.
It means everything.
It means nothing.
Yeah.
But what did it mean when it started? And that was just me giving you an example of
What it meant when it started.
How-
Woke means you have knowledge of God, knowledge of self,
yeah. So
knowledge of the times in which we live.
yeah,
That's real woke.
yeah,
That's the standard.
yeah.
Fuck are you niggas talking about?
Some other shit. Some bullshit.
Some other shit.
But that's how the devil works.
Exactly.
We created
Facts.
beautiful when it's created. As a baby,
The concept of woke.
and he corrupts it
Facts.
little by little by little by little. But that's fine.
Yeah.
Because guess what? When you're a creator,
Facts.
creation is endless,
Facts.
and you just create something new.
Facts. And then let's take example of KRS-One, Lil Nas X.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's fine though. That's fine though.
Yeah.
That was the end of what hip hop was supposed to do.
I understand.
Hip hop woke people,
Yes, it did. Yeah.
and hip hop is everywhere. It ain't just in America,
No, sir.
and everybody loves it
Yeah.
all over the world.
Knox.
They-
So I think the battle being won is namely that it's already the precepts of truth and the teachings are embedded in the masses of the world already. It's there. The soil is already there for us to start harvesting the seeds that were planted years ago.
Even as hip hop becomes more and more commercial and corrupted, but it's everywhere so much that it's like now this person who's never heard hip hop before heard it on a Burger King commercial. He's like, "Oh, I like the way that moves," and now they're listening to WAP or whatever on the, and it gets deeper and deeper, and then they get into the more they get into hip hop, the more they're interested and intrigued by its origins, and they get deeper into it and deeper into it. Now you got a whole lot of people that are starting to look for old school hip hop, and all these old rappers, and it's like the further that goes, that's like, I mean, Wu-Tang is now a hit show.
Yeah.
And they're doing the best they can to not introduce the fact that, that's inspired by Islam. But
Wait, there's a show?
there's an amazing show.
Wait, on what channel?
Wu-Tang Clan?
There's like a TV show?
Yeah.
About is it about Wu-Tang Clan or is it like
It's about how they came about.
oh, word. Where? What channel?
It's like HBO. I don't even have a TV. I don't have regular TV.
I understand.
So everything is HBO or Pro, like
Do you know? Is it
Prime. I don't know. It's one of the big ones though.
HBO? Okay, so it's like premium TV.
It could be Netflix, HBO,
Okay,
Prime.
understand.
Yeah.
It's on some streaming platform.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
And when I get back home, I'll send it. I'll show it to you.
But it's dope.
It's dope.
But they ain't talking about Islam now.
Not straight up. Like, okay, so like give you an example. He's talking to one of the Muslim brothers, and the brother asks him, "What's the mathematics?"
Mm-hmm.
But they don't mention that he's a Muslim. They don't mention that what's the mathematics is the Islamic conversation.
I understand.
Islam is mathematics, and we all understand that, but they don't understand.
They don't understand that.
But the fact that show is doing so well, it shows me it's just like the origins are coming back into question, and people are starting to be focused on how this thing started,
Mm-hmm.
and the religion of hip hop is creating converts faster than we can.
And it worked on me. It was hip hop that opened me up to its teachings. Yeah, it opened me up. It prepared me. It prepared me.
So you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I know exactly because I am the generation that was primed and groomed by hip hop. And when the truth came to me, I was ready to accept it, and I did. And I took upon the duty upon myself to serve my own and join the nation.
And mind you,
because of hip hop, bro.
Mind you, the devil is doing a great job of using hip hop to
that energy,
perpetuate his death culture.
Facts.
To perpetuate his convenience and to perpetuate his nothingness. He's using hip hop right now to steer women in a direction, like to control their minds and give them the IEDEPEN, like all of that. And he's masterful with it.
He's very good.
I'm not mad,
Yeah, like I'm not mad. No,
yeah, but that that's short lived, and when people get dissatisfied with that, then they'll come back to reality. So
exactly,
I don't sit here and put any time or energy into it.
Nah. We just keep it pushing, man.
But I do observe it and I watch it.
Yeah. We can't because people are going to get caught up in the world, and they're going to get caught up in the flames.
Yeah.
So if you engage too much with people caught up in the flames, what happened to you?
You get burned.
You get burned.
Yeah.
I can say I'm guilty of that.
It might not be third degree, second degree, or first.
You're gonna feel it though.
But you're gonna feel it.
You're gonna feel it.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of myself, the objective is like with people that are caught up in the flames, engage with them to the amount that you just don't get burned.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is
if you got to put on some gloves,
yeah,
you got to put on some sunscreen.
Yeah. Don't get burned.
Protect yourself.
Definitely don't lower your spiritual guard and don't lower your ethics or spiritual guard in engaging, but then also limit your exposure.
Protect your energy.
Protect your energy. Yeah, because you know where they are. And if they aren't willing to climb out, they're a liability to you.
It's like the Matrix again. Like, anybody could be Mr. Smith.
Thanks.
It's just once you're indoctrinated, you're plugged in.
Yeah, facts. And yeah, you are the Matrix. You're the Matrix.
Essentially,
you are.
The Matrix simply puts you on pause and starts talking through your mouth.
Facts. And what that is like those anyone you have a connection to. That's an opportunity to veer.
Yeah.
So there we go. I think that's more practical for us to realize. It's like, okay.
But it's also a lesson, right?
Yeah.
So why do you have a connection to them? Why did God put them in your path?
Facts.
It's something that you need to understand. Mm-hmm. You have to quantify it. You have to, do the math on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tailor-made trial.
Facts. For you. All of us have those tailor-made trials. Mm-hmm. All of us have our own individualized Agent Smith.
Yeah. And the nation teaches us. Like, it teaches us proper handling of people.
Facts.
Teaches you how to handle everyone.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it works.
It does.
It works.
It does.
Everything that we do works.
It does.
Everything we do is an effective campaign. And that's why we're still standing.
Yeah.
And not going to fall again.
And so many have fallen.
Yeah.
Even when we technically failed, technically we didn't.
Technically.
It was just, it got taken over by somebody that was trying to lead it in the wrong direction.
That's right.
Okay.
Let's not even wrong. A direction that wasn't effective for our people. No, let's be clear.
Facts.
Because people are going to say, oh, he led it the right direction because he led it to quote unquote real Islam. And I'm like, well, cool, he did that. But what about your people?
Yeah.
Look at the condition of your people.
That version of Islam was not effective, like you said.
Yeah.
It didn't have, it wasn't tailored to us.
Facts. Shout out to Warathi Muhammad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our conversation is getting very nation specific, but we got to give specific things.
I mean, everybody, the way I look at it, everybody is here to help the whole.
Yeah.
I'm very nation specific because that's
that's where we live.
Yeah,
and it's fair. And yeah, but also that was allowed to happen to show like for all of us with that whispering snake in our mind, it's like maybe we should just be like everybody else. Maybe we should be real Muslims.
It's easier to get along.
Yeah, right. We're not. Yeah, maybe we should just do what they do.
Yeah, causing waves is
and then the motivation with that is you want to do what they do because potentially these class of people, Arabs, get along better with the white power structure, get along better with Satan. So what you're really saying is let's just get along with Satan better.
Essentially.
As opposed to let's build a kingdom that's going to make Satan irrelevant.
Exactly.
And that's what we're doing.
That job seems too daunting.
Seriously. No, for real. So let's just go the easy route and just assimilate to what doesn't work for us.
But if you have faith in God, there is no unsurmountable job.
Not at all.
It's like all things are possible.
All things are possible.
The faith of a mustard seed can move a mountain. Like that teaches you that all things are possible.
Facts, man. Yeah. And after that dream, and even today, I got two chapters in the Quran that got pointed to me this morning, specifically at Fajr prayer. It was the chapter called "The Mountain" and "The Victory."
Okay.
What do you get from that? I know what I get. Given that's in that order, what do you see from that?
Moving the mountain.
Oh, thanks. And on the other side of what?
Victory.
Yeah, it's that simple.
Yeah.
Now I'm not sure if it's going through the mountain, over the mountain, surpass the mountain, but confronting it.
Meet and overcome all obstacles.
Facts. It's an obstacle.
However you got to overcome.
It's not even an obstacle. I like mountains. Mountains are fun. I got to confront it.
An obstacle is not a negative thing.
Not at all.
It's just a thing.
I like mountains. Mountains are dope.
It's literally just a thing.
It's a thing. Like a mountain is a thing. I like mountains. And my dream this morning was literally just, oh yeah, it's time to climb, bro. So scale it.
Yeah.
And it's victory. If we do it. But given the other dream of Satan not showing up to fight and we already won, the only catalyst for success is activity.
Yeah.
And this is activity.
And remaining humble, right?
Facts.
Because where you at?
Yeah.
It's problematic.
Hey, maybe that was another message from the. We didn't.
I look at it like God would never do that.
Facts.
Once you reach that level,
Yeah, why?
you ain't calling nobody out.
Calling nobody.
Ain't nobody to call out.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like if we're still calling people out, then we still got people out there.
Hey.
We just beat one.
Yeah.
There's another one.
Facts.
That's bigger than that one.
Okay, then
Maybe we're ready for him.
maybe
Maybe we're not.
okay, understood.
We won't know until we see him.
Until we see him. Yep. And maybe that's what the dream said.
Yeah.
It's like, because we're not at the hereafter yet.
No.
And there's still a fight to be fought.
We still feel like we fighting. We still like we warriors.
Facts.
In that dream, we're still warriors.
Facts, man.
As long as we're needed to be warriors, we're still at war.
Facts.
So there's something out there.
There's something out there.
Yeah.
But
or there's something in here.
I think it's both.
Yeah.
But honestly, regardless, victory is at hand.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
But it's destined that way.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even worried about it. If I'm not the one to wave the flag at the final day, my kids will.
Yeah.
Whoever is, I'm going to just do my part. I'm going to carry the flag from where it stands to where I need to take it. And that's done.
That's it. And
all praise is due to Allah.
yeah, all praise is always due to Allah. And I want to give us credit. We didn't in a dream actually say anything. We were just there, bro.
Yeah. You was giving me the vibe. I understood where your head was at. It's like if there were words to be said, these would have been the words.
It's like, where you at?
Yeah.
For real, bro. Where you at, bro? Where you at? And he could be slinking away, or he could be just repairing the troops.
He's in the question, where you at?
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's the slinking. That is the hubris. That is the ego. That is where he's at.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get him.
Yeah, well.
We just got to get him.
We do. We get him, and then get him within.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
then, the external one, boop.
That's right. Oh, not even. Get him within, because it's the Satan within that allows the external one to attack you. That's what he holds on to.
Yeah. That's his tether.
That's it. Boom. That's the word. That's exactly what
connects him to you.
Facts.
And you sever the tether, he has no hold.
Zero. And I literally, there's a tether in this side of my head, bro. I literally feel it. Maybe it's at the crown of thorns.
I feel like.
Do you have a physical tether? Do you feel like a part of your body that's like
connected to the world?
Yeah.
For sure.
What part of your body?
I got rings on right now.
I understand.
I still got ego.
Oh, okay. I understand.
I got all of it.
I'm asking if there's like a physical part of your body that you feel like, man, how do I say this? Like,
I think my shoulders probably.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm always like.
I understand.
There's always tightness right up in here.
Yeah. I could say like this region of my head is Satan's tether. For some reason, like this side of my head, it's like
your right brain.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. This side. What is right brain?
Is that the creative side? I don't know.
Interesting.
One side is creative and one side is logical, like analytical.
Yeah, you're right. Let's see. Maybe you just Google right side of the brain, because this could provide the answer. Which side of me is the devil? And it literally, like this side of me, there's like some days where it feels like, and it's also it's where his tether is, but it's also where it feels like all of like the reactive mind is, like the trauma, the pain. It literally feels like my reactive mind is localized to this region of my head.
So you got to figure out what that region does and master that.
Facts. The right brain is more visual and deals in images more than words. It processes information in an intuitive, simultaneous manner. It takes in the big picture and then looks at the details. Some say it's the creative, artsy side of the brain.
The right brain.
Huh. Interesting.
You got to work on your creativity.
Interesting.
Start painting some shit.
Yeah. Purge it.
Build that muscle up.
Yeah. Interesting. And it's hard. when I get in my creative vein, it's very powerful, but it's hard to get to that point. It's hard to get in that flow because of whatever the fuck's going on
Because
here.
you've been working out this muscle.
Facts.
You over here like,
Yeah, facts, flexing.
and this one's over here
Hey,
like,
and your boy, for real. And I'm out here. That's why, I am a numbers guy,
yeah,
right? I like the order and structure of this side.
make a painting about numbers.
For real. Interesting. Now, I see, this is auditing. This is really like going to the root of things. It's like, okay, this side of my head feels like the devil. What's going on here?
Yeah.
And what can we do about it?
You can make an asymmetric painting. That's numbers.
Interesting. But painting, yeah, that's flexing that side of my brain to get past this blockages, the satanic blockages that I've probably put there myself.
I gotta use the bathroom.
Okay, yes, sir.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, let me pause real quick.
Oh, I've been holding it for a minute.
Yeah, we're back. Don't remember what we were talking about, but we're here now.
It's important to come back to us.
Yeah, well, exactly. But the mountain and the victory.
Okay.
I think that was the anecdotal story.
Yeah.
I remember. It was the mountain and the victory and the right region of my brain being the devil. And
That
having
part.
it. Yeah, there we go.
Now creativity.
Yeah, creativity. And because when my creativity is contact, it's God. But there's a lot of just, like I said, aberration,
Yeah.
trauma,
Yeah.
stuff that's happened to me, stuff that I've done. How many times have I used my creativity to inflict evil?
No, yeah.
And I'm serious,
That's
bro.
the thing.
Like how many lifetimes of me being Hitler do I have under my belt? Seriously, bro. 1 trillion years is a long time, bro.
Yeah.
It's a long time to do a lot of work.
To come back and forth and
Yeah, and we haven't always been the good guy, bro.
No.
Right? And we ask ourselves, is like, why is it like that some people are able to just do and we're toggling between faith and fear and doing? And just maybe we got bodies. Let's be clear.
Yeah.
'Cause everyone's different, bro. Everyone's got a different track record. It could have been that people who are more efficient and effective on their intuition is because they did the good spiritual work last lifetime to set themselves up for this one.
And then some people that did so much in the last lifetime, this lifetime is about resting and
For real.
recharging that energy.
Seriously. Seriously. But what my experience has shown me is eventually the goal is to be able to operate with the full knowledge of your lifetimes as a whole track being. That's what it's called too.
That's God level.
That's God. That's God. Because God is the all knower.
All seeing, all knowing.
So he knows all track for all things, for everyone and everything. So if you know all track for you specifically as an individualized specimen of
You've become
Allah,
the God of you.
you become the God of
You've
you.
mastered self.
Yep. And then you're ready maybe to extend to are you now ready to master Neptune's orbit? Seriously.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Be a real God. Because
Or create your own Neptune.
there we go. For real. And you got to think, all gods are just administrators in the universe.
Creative administrators.
Creative administrators.
Using the left and the right together.
That's right. Creative administrators and that's exact. Creative admin creativity.
Yeah.
And I am I am heavy. I'm just thinking of me. I'm like, okay, admin. I live on this side. This side, there's power, but oof.
Imagine the power when you get those together.
When I clear all this shit up, right? And so we were speaking about the necessity for us as a people getting cleared up and clear aberrations, but even for us as individuals, there's our answer, bro. It comes down to handling, confronting, and handling.
Yeah.
Right. Confronting what you've done to other people, because it's very easy to play the victim, right? And especially with us, it's like, oh, we were slaves. All these things happened to us, but it's the next level. Is okay. What did I do to put myself in this situation?
It's heavy.
It's very heavy, but it's absolutely required to ascend to the next level, because it's what is God without responsibility?
Mm-hmm.
It's immortal. He's an aberrated individual. God is nothing but responsibility. That's why all praise is due to him, because he's responsible for everything. And he willingly and knowingly takes responsibility while at the same time giving you free will to do it, to literally do it, or whatever the hell you want.
It says it in the prayer, I confess my faults. Yeah.
I confess my faults, for none can grant me. What's the
protection against my faults but thee? None can grant me protection against my faults but thee.
None. And he grants protection, at the same time applies stresses and holds you accountable to the mathematically precise amount. So what I've been this week, since this is all praise is due to Allah week, and hopefully it's going to be an all praise due to Allah lifetime.
Yeah,
that's the goal. That's the goal. So keep that in mind. Is praying for allow me to be the just applier of justice to myself and others, which is why I, again, sometimes the situation and circumstances require, justice requires that you fight back. Right?
Yeah.
And I've been leaning too much.
Fight back justly.
Exactly. And I've been leaning a lot on the attribute of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful, all the nice parts. Not necessarily the I'll fuck you up part.
Master of the Day of Judgment.
Facts. It's tunneling into that one with ourselves and with other, which is why it's absolutely critical to clear up any sins that you've transgressions. We called them overts earlier. I'm careful about using that word. That's a language specific to the world of Scientology, overt, but we'll use the word transgression against yourself, against others.
It's the beginning of the healing process.
That's the beginning. Contacting it.
What does it say? It's like the first step to solving a problem is admitting that you have one.
Facts, man. Facts. Admitting it. And the steps of atonement, I don't remember those right now, but it's very all the same vein as taking responsibility for it. So if you have to make it right, if I got to pay you $500 to give you compensation for hitting your car I didn't tell you about 5 years ago, then I got to do that. And that is what's required to really take upon the responsibility of being a God. Yeah. So, but my larger point is we're living in the times where don't get caught up in those transgressions because the stakes are too high right now.
Yeah.
The stakes are very high. And another surah of the Quran that's been Allah has shown me is I don't know the specific words right now, but don't enter not the houses of people who wrong themselves, lest the flames touch you. Right?
Yeah.
No, for real.
That's a thing.
It's a thing, bro. Don't go into Satan's house unless you have to, and don't go in a garden.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's gonna get you.
Yeah.
And you don't. The thing is, we think we have to, but that's veering. And once you veer, what are the potential consequences of you veering? You may not be able to get back on the road.
Yeah.
So,
I was just talking to my brother Marquise, and we were just talking about, the brothers that we have lost along the way, and the brothers that are still out there.
Lost as in
lost their lives.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah. And then the brothers that lost their minds.
Bad.
Brothers that are out there in the world and having a hard time coming back to reality. And what made them different than us? Like,
you come to a conclusion?
No. It's just, being fortunate, being focused.
Yeah. And choosing it. You chose.
That's
no,
fair.
Let's be clear. Let's break it down to the most. You chose to be here.
But I even in that, right? I think it's hubris to think that, like, it was me alone that was able to make that choice.
Well,
because some people, all of your choice, everything that made up who you are, all your choices were predetermined by what environment raised you.
I understand.
So, how your parents are, how they treated you, how
I understand.
The world treated you as a result.
But here. gonna bring this back to responsibility. Is you are your grandparents. You created that environment. So if what I'm saying is, this ain't your first time being here.
No, yeah, you got to correct the mistakes of your past. Like,
Yeah, and
not just
you've
this life, but the
past lives. You've set yourself up for the situation.
yeah.
No, so as all of us. So that's why when people default to, oh well, my environment is like, well, you literally created the environment that you inhabit.
I just for me, it's like I'm not qualified to kind of understand that. I gotta bear my cross.
I understand.
You know,
I understand.
I don't know what your cross is made of, but whatever mine is, it's heavy enough.
I understand. All of our crosses are heavy.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, making that walk right now.
yeah.
I'm making that walk.
I just appreciate that the trials that other people are going through are not my trials because I'm not qualified to handle those trials.
No, not those ones. Yeah. Yeah, my trials are
My
are
trials.
good enough, man. And I'm good with mine.
I don't even know I'm good with mine. I know that, I'm maintaining with mine.
Facts.
You know,
Yeah.
they cause me constant headaches.
Yeah. But that's part of it. It's confront. As long as you confront it, and don't do other things that are gonna get you down a spiral of transgression. That's really what. No more veering. We don't have to veer.
I mean, as we say that, it's not a guaranteed thing that we can control, and like we can only do the best that we can as far as
Facts.
not veering, right? So I don't want to give whoever's listening the idea that we're saying that from now on we're gonna
Never gonna veer ever again in life, ever.
but don't veer is the rule.
Facts. It's the standard.
Rules are broken,
Facts.
but maintain the rules.
That's right.
And understand what the rules are, and that's the optimum level that you can operate at is those rules.
That's right.
So that's what we're working towards is being optimal.
That's right. That's right. Ready to close this out?
Yeah, whenever.
Okay. Yeah, man.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. O Allah, we beseech your help and ask your mercy. We believe in you and trust in you for all that we need. We are helpers in your cause, and with your apostle, please grant to us success. Thank you, Allah. We cannot thank you enough. Amin.
Oh Allah, we seek thy refuge from anxiety and grief. We seek thy refuge from lack of strength and laziness. And we seek thy strength from being overpowered by debt and the oppression of men. O Allah, suffice thou us with what is lawful to keep us from what is prohibited. And with thy grace, make us free of want of what is besides thee. Amin.
Amin.